So that's quite a bit of money right there. All right, now let's talk about something that a lot of people do. I don't personally because I can't handle the loud volume, but a lot of people go to these concerts, and I know a lot of people go because I worked at Ford Field for 2 years, and those
For
concerts are
today's fashion at
big,
prices you
big,
can
big,
afford, it's
and the
Target.
atmosphere was cool. It was very loud, but it was really invigorating. I agree, but the price is higher than some of the fans were. If you need to go to a concert just because you just can't miss it, you can't miss the experience or whatever, then cut back. Save up and only go to one or two a year. But let's say, as an example, and I know people that do way more than this. Let's say, as an example, you've been going to six a year. For two people, because again, who goes to these things alone, right? To a major stars concert is about a $450 date, and that's in the cheap seats. And if you get the VIP seats, you better be willing to spend your year's savings on movies, that 3 grand, and then some. Believe me, I saw the ticket stubs. I know what they cost. It is expensive. But that didn't count the price of the parking and the food and beverage and then the t-shirt. You know, you got to have a concert t-shirt. You spent all that money. You want everybody to know you spent all that money and so on and so forth. It adds up. This is a lot of money. All right, so let's do the math. You know, I love math. It's so honest. Math does not lie. Two and two is four all day long. So if you're going to six concerts a year and you still sit in the cheap seats, so that's $450. Six times 450 is 2,700. But two times 450 is 900. So what do we say? 2,700 minus 900 because we're still going to go a couple times. We're not going to deprive ourselves completely. That's $1,800 a year saved. And that's just by cutting back to two concerts. We still get to enjoy two concerts. Let's not focus on the negative. Let's focus on the positive. So pick and choose. Who do you really want to see? You know, who's coming? You really want to see them. Save up and save the rest of it. That $1,800, that's 1 month's emergency savings right there. Wow. Not as tough as it sounded at first, is it? Now, the hard part, of course, is leaving the savings account in the savings account. Don't you dare touch it. This is where your saving buddy can really save your bacon. Put the money in and don't think about it. Do not ever say to yourself, well, yeah, but I got this money in the savings account. No. The whole point of having money in the savings account is to have money in the savings account. It is not to go, oh, look at those cute boots. I need those. No, you don't. You've got 6 pairs of boots in your closet. They're cute. Wear those. You're saving for a goal. If you don't have any goals and you've been saving for 2 years now after this show is 2 years old and you've saved 25 or 30,000, all right, you might splurge on a pair of cute boots. But if you don't have 25 or $30,000 in savings, you don't need to be splurging on cute boots unless you're walking around barefoot in the middle of the winter. Okay? And then, of course, obviously, buy the cutest boots you can find because you're going to wear them forever. You know, if you're walking barefoot in the winter, I'm here to tell you. If you can get some cute boots and you can afford them, you're going to be wearing them every day. So make sure they're cute. But to help you build up your savings discipline or your savings habit, here is my idea. Put your savings account at a different bank or credit union for where you keep your checking account. You know your checking account? That's the one where your employer direct deposits your paycheck. That's the one where you have the debit card so that they can go and suck the money right out of your account is the second you run it through that little magnetic thing. Okay? Don't put your savings account there. Put your savings account at a different one. And do not, let me put that in capital letters, not, N-O-T, do not link the two accounts. No, 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 no. No, thank you. I do not want anybody withdrawing automatically from my savings account if I overdraw my debit card. Too bad, so sad, tough luck. That was a stupid thing to do, but you're not going to automatically transfer my savings. No, 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 no. And then charge me a fee to do it. Thank you. No, thank you. And then charge me an overdraft fee too. No. Okay. You do not want that because you will constantly be overspending knowing that you have a cushion in that savings account. I want you to make it difficult for yourself, difficult for you to overspend, and easier for you to save. So put them in two different banks. I do, yes, please. I want to have direct deposit of the amount of my savings goal every single week. Why? Because out of sight and out of the handy electronic claw's grasp is a savings habit worth formulating. Is it going to work perfectly straight out of the gate? No. You're going to get tired of home cooking and splurge once in a while. You know, stuff's going to happen and life is going to go on. But the whole point in having the savings account is because stuff happens and you need to have a savings account. But this is what people with good money IQs do. They set a goal, they save money, and they get set so that life doesn't throw them to the wolves and keep them there. Every once in a while, life's going to throw you on the ground and step on you, but you want to be able to bounce back up, okay? You don't want to stay on the ground and have the wolf chewing on your ears, okay? So this is a good thing. Now, I'm starting to run out of time. We're going to have to do a part 2 of ways to save and what to save because I still have other ideas for you. So if you don't like these ideas, there are some other ones. But saving money quickly is something that will serve you and serve you and serve you. Knowing how to save money is one of the most important skills that you can learn. I want to tell you a success story. A gentleman that I know that owns a business, he and I were talking one day, and he said, when I was a kid, we lived in a very rural community on a farm, but we never went without. We always had clothes and shoes and food. And we're talking someone older than I, so this would be someone that was probably born at the tail end of the Great Depression. So his parents, of course, would have lived through the Great Depression. And living through the Great Depression during those years on a rural family farm was sometimes quite precarious, and oftentimes those people went to bed hungry. So this man said, we never went without. And his dad taught him, son, everything you make, you save. Every week you get paid. You save about 30% of what you earn. Now imagine if from the time you got your first job, you just automatically budgeted so that you were saving 30% of what you make. Wow. So let's say over your lifetime, I got to get the calculator. Let's just say you made $50,000 a year every year times 0.3, and you worked for, 45 years. Okay, that's $675,000 saved. That's without interest. Okay. All right. This particular gentleman had a much more lucrative career. And at this point in time, as he's ready to retire and he's passing his business on to his children and grandchildren, he's in the status of being a multimillionaire. And he can do what he wants to do and go where he wants to go. So this is how important developing the ability to save will be to you and your family. And you're not saving because you want to leave it all to your children or grandchildren, but you want to be able to live the way you want to live when you get to the point where you say, hanging up my hat, taking off my work shoes, I'm going home, I'm retiring. You want to be at the point where you have a life where your retirement plan does not include being broke. And in the meantime, you want to have a life where you do not have to wear the red shirt to the meeting of the red and green shirt people. Because what if some little boo boo happens in life? $500 is not much when it comes to fixing the boo boos of life. You know, you just never know. So make sure that you start with what we've got done here. And then in the next show, we'll finish and I'll give you some more ideas and tips on how to save a great deal of money really, really quickly. So until the next time, know that I deeply care about you and your financial future. And if you need anything, just reach out, send me an email, rcmoneycoach@gmail.com, and I'll answer. Just tell me I'm listening to the show and I need this or that or whatever, and I will figure out a way to help you. Until the next time, thank you so much for listening and being here. We loved having you, and we always enjoy being able to give you tips on how to make life easier and to take you from broke to set or from tenant to owner. So, you know what I'm going to say before I say it? Be grateful because you will attract good things. Until next time, I'm Rhonda Cobb, the Money Coach.